You guys, we need to talk about what is going on with KATSEYE, as fans are really concerned that something really big is happening behind the scenes that they're not necessarily in love with. Manon has taken out KATSEYE from her Instagram bio, which has sparked speculation that she is no longer going to be a part of the group. Fans are in a frenzy. There's a lot being said, but also not a lot being said at the same time. We're gonna get into what she had to say and what's kind of been going on in this entire situation. Back in February, following the Grammys, KATSEYE member Manon announced that she would be taking a temporary hiatus with the group's label, saying that it was to focus on her health and her well-being. Hybe and Geffen specifically said, "Important KATSEYE update. Hello. After open and thoughtful conversation together, we are sharing that Manon will be taking a temporary hiatus from group activities to focus on her health and well-being. We fully support this decision. KATSEYE remains committed to showing up for one another and for the fans who mean everything to us. The group will continue scheduled activities during this time, and we look forward to being together again when the time is right. Thank you to our icons for your continued love, patience, and understanding. Hybe x Geffen." So it seems, according to this statement, they were saying that, maybe they would all be together again. But now fans really looking back at this are like, yeah, I don't really know if that's going to be the case here. So after Hybe and Geffen posted this statement, fans began questioning pretty much everything. And things only got more confusing when Manon went on to post her own message to fans on Weverse. She said, "Hi friends, I want you to hear this from me. I'm healthy, I'm okay, and I'm taking care of myself. Thank you for checking in. Sometimes things unfold in ways we don't fully control, but I'm trusting the bigger picture. Thank you for standing by me. I love you endlessly and can't wait to see you again." That disconnect of her saying that some things unfold in ways we don't fully control, and also her saying that, she's healthy and she's okay, really just sent off an alarm to fans, and they just felt like something was off here. Fans started revisiting how Manon has been treated since the group's formation, especially as the only Black member, and things intensified when Manon appeared to engage with posts discussing how Black women in girl groups are often mistreated, which fans took as a subtle confirmation of what they had been suspecting. It sparked comparisons to other artists, with many arguing that this follows a long-standing pattern in the industry. And by the end of February, the conversation had gotten so big around this that so many artists and public figures were coming out to support Manon, sending her all of this love and support. Now, with Coachella coming up, the girls are set to perform there, and fans have been wondering what was going to happen. Would Manon be performing? Or what was the future of the group as a whole? How long was this temporary hiatus? Was this even a hiatus? And well, on Thursday, KATSEYE released the Pinky Up music video teaser, which was the teaser for their next single. Fans couldn't spot Manon anywhere in the teaser and started to wonder if she was completely left out, or if she was cut out, or what. Some fans tried to say that maybe she is in the video, but just not in the teaser, but others felt that this was just adding fuel to the fire, that something more might be going on behind the scenes. A few hours after the teaser dropped, Manon actually removed KATSEYE from her Instagram bio, which was a huge sign to fans that something was clearly going on behind the scenes, because why would she take KATSEYE out of her bio? Like, that only means one thing, that she's not in KATSEYE anymore. At least that's how fans were interpreting it. She later went on to Weverse to make a statement. She said, "Thank you so much for all the love and support you've been sending my way. I'm really grateful for the patience and kindness everyone has shown during this time. Hybe x Geffen and I are having positive conversations, and I feel supported. I'm happy and I'm healthy. I'll share more soon. Thank you for always being there for me." Now, fans have been left utterly confused as to what is going on here, because this statement doesn't feel like, she just took KATSEYE out of her bio, So everyone was like, what's really happening? People said, read between the lines. This isn't just a statement, it's a strategic setup. What's happening behind the scenes at Hybe x Geffen right now would actually break the internet if the full NDA leaked. Stay tuned, because the real story is coming and it's not what you think. Another person said her insistence that she is happy and healthy directly contradicts the label's February 20th announcement, which cited health and well-being as the reason for her break. This suggests her current absence may be more about a desire for a different career career path than a medical necessity. She doesn't say nothing about KATSEYE and where she stands with the group. Honestly, my curiosity cannot help but actually wonder what really happened between her, the girls, and YG. This feels like she has left the group, although Manon has said nothing about such. This statement is a corporate hostage note. Positive conversations is industry speak for a legal standoff over a contract. If she were actually in the group, she'd be in the teaser, not posting vague Weverse paragraphs. The solo era is already loading. On Instagram, people said, OMG y'all, she ain't coming back, I fear. They make her go solo. This whole time, I thought people were being really dramatic about this whole thing, but the fact that she took KATSEYE out of her bio really has me wondering now. And I mean, for the last couple of weeks, I have heard people try and bring up KATSEYE, and they've said that Manon's still gonna be in KATSEYE, and they were throwing out random dates that they thought that she was going to make her way back to the group. But with her taking them out of the bio, you guys, I mean, that is a clear sign of something going on. I mean, you can't deny that is a strange thing to do if she is not leaving the group. You know, it really is just signaling that she's not going to be a part of them anymore. And like I said, what is making all of this feel more intense is the timing, because this is all blowing up literally right before Coachella, which is next weekend. And I see that they may have strategically put up billboards without any of the girls being on them, as there are 2 billboards that have been spotted in the desert already that are promoting their upcoming performances on April 10th and April 17th. They have Sahara is Gnarly, and then they also have Billboard, obviously a nod to their Pinky Up single that is about to release. Fans are pointing out that this should be a huge moment for KATSEYE, like a major career milestone, that they are performing at Coachella. They're getting a ton of exposure to new fans. Eyes will be on them, and instead of the conversation being about them performing at Coachella for the first time, a lot of the conversation is like, what's going on? What's happening behind the scenes? Where's Manon? Is she still a part of you guys? What's happening here? It's just put extra pressure on the group, because now they're not just showing up to perform, they're walking into a moment where everyone's gonna be looking at every single little moment of this performance like, what's going on? But as of right now, Manon is still followed by KATSEYE. They're only following 8 people, and she still follows KATSEYE as well on her own Instagram. But it really just can't be a good sign that she took it out of her bio. The rest of the girls, for the most part, have stayed rather silent on the matter, as they haven't said anything about the group as a whole or Manon since she's gone on this quote-unquote temporary hiatus. And they're probably contractually not able to speak on anything going on, but they've been posting on social media. They just recently performed at Lollapalooza, so they've been posting a ton from there. It was honestly business as usual, them doing that performance, but there is a really big conversation surrounding Coachella, and now even more because of all the speculation of if Manon is going solo, if she's leaving KATSEYE, if it's her own choice, if she's getting pushed out, if it's something with the girls, if it's more on the business side of how she's getting treated, if it's the label. Like, you know, there's so many different ways that people are looking at this, and they just don't know what is right. And maybe one day we will find out, hopefully soon.
So I woke up and Manon has removed KATSEYE from her bio on Instagram. Does this mean what I think it means? Like, fuck, wait, bitch, Coachella is in like 8 days. Can we do one more performance? Can Hybe or Geffen or Daniela just like tell us what we already know? Like, you and Shay, say something. I think like 3 of the KATSEYE girls follow me. Like, please just DM me, tell me what's going on. I won't tell anyone, I promise.
Manon took KATSEYE out her bio. So it's really getting to a point where they need to go ahead and finally announce that she's no longer in the group. And they need to give us an explanation as to why things got to this point to begin with.
Stop. She removed KATSEYE out of her bio. No, wait. This is not funny. Wait, no, please.
But there's a lot of confusion. The only person that we've seen say anything is literally Danny's dad, and it wasn't anything nice. And honestly, people were just telling him that he shouldn't be involved at all because he's making Danny look bad because she's a part of the group and her dad is talking about Manon and it wasn't good, but he hasn't said anything recently. So maybe he learned that he should not be speaking on anything because it really affects how people view the group. And there's enough drama, it seems, going on. But that is what has happened this week and what people have had to say since Manon took out KATSEYE from her bio. I want to know what you guys think about all of this, how you're feeling about them going into Coachella and their single. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.